So Lisa, you had many de-armouring sessions. Where do you need it today?
Here and here. Maybe around the heart area. Yeah.
Okay.
And the foot, the left foot.
Okay. All right. So just start breathing into my hand and relaxing into it. Reparenting plays a very important role in this work. A lot of issues, a lot of things that people are dealing with are very deep emotional wounds that we collect from early childhood. And all of them actually come from lack of love. The only time emotional body will ever open is if it feels safe, if it feels held. If it's just physical de-armouring, the emotional body doesn't feel safe. It won't open. Reparenting part of this work is providing that field of love, and sometimes it's needed for therapists to become a father figure or a mother figure, depending on what the client needs, what's going on. And feeding love into that depleted, hurt little child that is inside the client. You're really hungry, huh? And you hold it in.
Really?
Like here.
I just
You're really holding it in.
freak out by the
yeah.
neck thing.
Yeah, I know.
When somebody puts their hands near my neck.
I know. So trust me. Trust me. I'm going to. When I work like that, the results are amazing. Much faster, much quicker. Deeper opening, deeper healing happens. So I feel it's really important in this work. It's very effective to connect the heart with the work. To really come from recognition how difficult it is for a client to actually accept going into that dark space, how much courage it takes, and how insecure they feel about going into that pain. So de-armouring can be external or internal. External de-armouring works on the outside of the body, applying pressure to various points on the body. There is internal de-armouring, which works on the parts of the body that we can access with fingers. So this is throat, there is yoni or vagina, and there is anus. Those three areas are what I call advanced areas to de-armour. You will need to receive quite a few treatments before you actually are ready to receive the internal, because it works on a deepest level. So the deepest trauma usually is located at the base of the body. So we're talking about the hip area, we're talking about the buttocks. And the fact is that sometimes it's much easier to access those muscles from the inside because there's no escaping it. It's touching it directly where it hurts. Like sometimes if you think about it, the gluteus muscle of the bum, they're quite thick muscles. You can't actually get to it from the outside. But when you combine the outside from the inside as well, then you're really touching it like, you know? So internal de-armouring is extremely powerful. So this is on an energetic way, on an energetic level. On a sexual level, internal de-armouring removes huge amount of unclean, yucky, painful energy that gets stored in there from all the angry sex, from unconscious sex, from self-abuse, from all sorts of reasons. So this is, if you like, deepest level of cleansing of the house. It's working on the areas on the inside of the body.
I believe that internal de-armouring should be tried by every woman at least. We go for massages, but sometimes the vagina's left out, which is where a lot of tension and sadness and pain is stored. from different sexual experiences. So if somebody can go in and release some of those emotions from that area, then you become more orgasmic and more free and more open and more attractive.
When I allow this enormous energy to start going through my body, so when I feel no resistance, there is actually no pain. And then also, especially when we work with internal de-armouring, we're working with sexual parts. So I find very effective way is to go through the waves of pain and pleasure. So rather than just producing pain, we use pleasure to elevate the energy of the body to the point that the whole system is heightened. And once the system is heightened, there is really no pain. It's only intensity of energy running through. So it's actually my preferable wavelength to work with, where there is pain and pleasure, pain and pleasure, pain and pleasure. So you're kind of lifting the energy of the body gradually and gently, as far as the person wants to go. But you're lifting both pain and pleasure at the same time. It's somehow easier to take.
It was intense, deep. Again, I felt some deep, old, emotional stuff. When I say old, it just feels like I've been hanging on to it, so I was able to release it. I feel much more in my body now. As a result of the last 3 years of work, my body has become more relaxed and I felt more in my body. You know, I'm able to feel the base of my body. With the internal de-armouring, I've become with a lot less pain, like virtually no pain there, and a lot more openness. The same with my whole body, there's a lot less pain.
As a client coming to a session, you can experience a range of emotional, energetic spaces between pain and pleasure. So you can express desire to go softer and to experience perhaps less intense pain and more pleasure. So this we can work with. It is always going to be intense because we're working with a pain body, but there are ways of riding the way between pain and pleasure and intensifying both at the same time. So actually physically would be one hand is producing pain and the other one is producing pleasure. This is also possible. We need to be reparented because the wounds that we carry from childhood are only repairable in presence of parental love. And de-armouring is a brilliant way to do it.